Bellingham. In a shocking turn of events, Jude's extraordinary rise at Real Madrid has hit a noticeable snag, coinciding with Kylian Mbappe's highly publicized transfer to the Spanish capital. Following a remarkable debut season where Bellingham dazzled fans and critics alike with his offensive prowess, he now faces scrutiny from the Spanish media after Madrid's unexpected 1-0 defeat to Lille in the UEFA Champions League. This loss not only shattered their impressive 14-match unbeaten streak, but also raised eyebrows regarding potential discord within the locker room. Bellingham, who netted 6 goals in his initial 7 matches last season, has struggled to replicate that form, tallying just 2 assists thus far. Reports indicate that his role has shifted since Mbappe's arrival, relegating him to a deeper midfield position rather than his previous attacking role. This change has stifled his impact, leaving him in the shadow of Mbappe, who is now seen as the focal point of Madrid's attack. As Real Madrid grapples with the integration of multiple superstars, coach Carlo Ancelotti remains optimistic, stating that Bellingham will reclaim his best form. However, the team's lack of cohesion raises pressing questions about their tactical setup and the compatibility of their star-studded lineup. As the dust settles on the previous season, where Real Madrid's squad was heralded as the epitome of footballing excellence, the current campaign paints a contrasting picture. With the additions of Kylian Mbappe and Endrick, expectations soared, yet the reality has been far from electrifying. Over a month into the season, the team's performances have been lackluster, marked by a troubling inability to find rhythm, underscored by a disappointing draw against Atletico Madrid and a stunning defeat to Lille. Carlo Ancelotti's challenge lies in harmonizing an array of talent within a coherent tactical framework. The inclusion of Mbappe, who occupies a similar role to Vinicius Jr., has resulted in overlapping duties and a lack of a defined striker, thereby compromising Madrid's previously potent attacking structure. The midfield, previously thriving under the leadership of Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, now grapples with a lack of creativity, with Bellingham, Tchouaméni, and Valverde struggling to adapt to their evolving roles. As Ancelotti attempts to juggle star egos while seeking optimal formations, the urgency to resolve these issues grows. With crucial fixtures on the horizon, Madrid's ability to regain form will be pivotal for their ambitions in both La Liga and the Champions League. Former Real Madrid forward and director of football, Predrag Mijatovic, has not minced words in his critique of the team's midfield performance following their disheartening 1-0 defeat to Lille in the Champions League. Despite a historically solid defensive record, Mijatovic highlighted substantial deficiencies in midfield creativity that hindered the team's overall effectiveness on the pitch. While acknowledging that Lille did not exhibit exceptional form, Mijatovic emphasized the need for an imaginative spark within the squad. He questioned the viability of Carlo Ancelotti's rock-and-roll style of play, particularly when it seems ill-suited to the current roster's capabilities. With a midfield comprising Aurelien Tchouaméni, Eduardo Camavinga, Federico Valverde, and Jude Bellingham, the expectation for creativity remains unmet. The absence of seasoned stalwarts like Modric and Kroos has left a gaping hole in the team's creative arsenal. Mijatovic lamented that the current midfielders lean too heavily on physicality, neglecting the artistry that characterizes Real Madrid's legacy. The resulting lack of service has stifled attacking talents like Vinicius, further compounding the team's woes. Mijatovic suggests that nurturing young talents like Endrick should be prioritized to avoid over-reliance on physicality and to restore the creative flair that the team desperately misses. Real Madrid's persistent pursuit of Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold appears to have led the club to explore alternative options as they navigate the complexities of contract negotiations. The 25-year-old fullback has long been a target for Los Blancos, especially with his current contract nearing its conclusion at Anfield, creating an opportunity for a potential transfer. However, the Spanish Giants are not solely fixated on Alexander-Arnold, as reports indicate that they are also considering Tottenham's Pedro Porro as a viable backup plan. With Liverpool's management keen on retaining their vice-captain, Real Madrid may need to act quickly if they hope to secure his services, especially since Porro is viewed as a solid alternative should negotiations falter. The prospect of acquiring Porro, particularly if a bid in the vicinity of 65 million euros is presented, adds another layer to Madrid's strategic planning. For Liverpool, maintaining Alexander-Arnold's commitment is crucial, especially as they aim to challenge for silverware this season. The urgency of contract negotiations has intensified, given the lingering speculation surrounding the right-back's future. Meanwhile, Porro, facing his own challenges at Tottenham, could be drawn to the allure of competing at the highest levels with Madrid. Thus, the upcoming months will be pivotal in determining both players' fates and Real Madrid's defensive fortifications. In a momentous occasion that underscored his burgeoning talent, Brazilian prodigy Endrick became the youngest starter in Real Madrid's history in the Champions League at the tender age of 18 years and 73 days. Despite this personal milestone, the night was marred by a disappointing 1-0 defeat against Lille, marking a challenging initiation into European football. Reflecting on the experience, Endrick expressed immense pride in donning the iconic white jersey, yet he couldn't shake the disappointment of the team's outcome. The match against Lille was poised to be a defining moment for the young star, and though he showcased determination and energy, the overall performance fell short of expectations. Playing as a starter is monumental, but the loss casts a shadow over my joy, he remarked, emphasizing the importance of resilience as the team sets its sights on their next challenge against Villarreal. Endrick acknowledged the difficulties inherent in adapting to first-team football, noting the collective focus on improving for future fixtures. His candid comments about the match against Lille reflect a commitment to learning from adversity, positioning himself as a player eager to contribute positively to Madrid's fortunes moving forward. The promise he displayed, coupled with his dedication to growth, signals a bright future for the young talent who is ready to embrace the trials of top-flight football. In a surprising twist in the summer transfer market, Manchester United has triumphed over Real Madrid in securing the signature of young French defender Leny Yoro. The allure of an immediate first-team role proved pivotal in Yoro's decision, as the Red Devils presented a comprehensive long-term vision that resonated with the talented prospect. According to transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the promise of regular playing time, coupled with a competitive salary package, ultimately swayed the young defender towards Old Trafford. Despite initial expectations that Yoro would don the famous white shirt of Real Madrid, United's proactive approach and strategic planning laid the groundwork for a successful negotiation. Yoro, who had garnered attention for his impressive performances in League One, now faces the challenge of acclimating to the rigors of the Premier League, although injuries have hampered his early contributions. United's summer recruitment drive, which included notable signings like Joshua Zirkzee and Matthijs de Ligt, has aimed to bolster their squad amid a turbulent start to the season. As Yoro seeks to regain full fitness, both he and the club will be hoping for a turnaround in fortunes as they aim to build a competitive edge in the ongoing campaign. The future looks bright for Yoro as he embarks on this new chapter in his career, underlining United's commitment to nurturing young talent.